Alright, welcome back everyone. I'm wearing the same clothes as like the last video, the last week, so that tells you that we recorded these all at once. But we're posting them at separate days.
Oh,
or maybe I've really been in my clothes in just this facepalm position because we have to talk about Dracula 2 Ascension.
The one Dracula film where Dracula's basically a bitch.
Dracula's a pussy. He's a complete idiot. He's completely pointless in this movie.
He hardly does anything in this movie.
That's more 3. Well, actually, like, he's in this one.
I mean, in 3, although we have to wait over an hour just to see him, at least he does more in that movie than he actually does in this one. I mean, yeah, he's on screen more, but he's just basically chained up.
Alright, so Dracula 2 Ascension is a straight-to-DVD sequel to Dracula 2000. Then we had Dracula 3 Legacy. The same director for each one. This one stars Jason Scott Lee, who I actually kind of like as an actor. I liked him in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. I enjoyed him in The Jungle Book. I enjoyed his work in some other movies. Like
Don't forget Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury. I was going to say that. I spit in your money. Man.
Yeah, we're going to need
I'm gonna need
a lot to drink during this review.
I'm going to need a heavy dose of alcohol to sit through this movie. Oh, God, as Vince McMahon would say. Dracula 2 Ascension. Do you want to cover the plot?
Okay, so basically, for those of you that saw the first film, you know Dracula hung, you know he burned.
He was Judas.
And basically these individuals, one is a mortician, gets Dracula's body, and during the time they were checking his body, one accidentally cuts her finger on one of Dracula's teeth, and then realized that Dracula, or this person, this unnamed corpse, could basically regenerate. So they basically want to figure out how he regenerates and then try to use his blood for something.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the plot. They take Dracula's corpse to this place, and as I recall, like, I don't exactly remember what, because I was kind of paying half attention as well, but they do something to wake him up.
Oh, they just stick him in a tub of blood.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem to work.
He's in a bathtub, and they do something to wake him up. He attacks the blonde. The blonde basically goes screaming, falls out the window, and dies.
But, like, when they're escorting the body, some random priest comes up named Uffizi, played by Jason Scott Lee. He's the coolest character in the movie. Aside from, I can't believe this, but an actor who is in my favorite movie, Roy Scheider, he's in Jaws. He's Chief Brody from Jaws 1 and 2, is in this movie. And he's in Dracula 3. He's in the movies both for like 2 minutes. Kind of like Pat Morita was in like Bloodsport 2 and 3. Just like, if you've ever seen those movies, like,
yeah.
She just shows up like just for like a little bit, just to grab that paycheck and get the hell out of there. Plus, he's at the end of his career, kind of, because he passed away short, like, 2009 to that, whatever, rest in peace. But Jason Scott Lee plays this priest who's been hired by the church to end Dracula once and for all. He was gonna, like, put the holy water on the corpse and disintegrate it, and that would be it.
Before you get into that, let me just tell you, despite our opinions on this movie, the movie actually does have a pretty good beginning to it. it kind of screws with you a little bit because you think that this girl is getting chased by, well, the beginning before the corpse comes into the morgue, you think this girl is getting chased by, like, a vampire or something, and then it turns out that Jason Scott Lee's character is chasing her, and the reason why he's chasing her is actually because she's a vampire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty interesting, but Jason Scott Lee's the coolest character in the movie because it's just like, oh, somebody who can kind of kick asses. He's a priest who like decapitates vampires. So yeah, I enjoyed his work in the movie. He's like the only actor who could you could tolerate during this entire movie. Because when we get to Dracula, or Billy Idol, as I like to call him, Taco Bell. That's your favorite part. I'll let you comment on that. So anyways, the reason then they get his body, and then some guy wants to pay him $30 million for the body. This guy offers him, and the guy's really Craig Schaefer who wants his blood so he can. Fucking Craig Schaefer. If for those of you who've watched my channel, Craig Schaefer, I when I review Hellraiser 5, you'll know all about Craig Schaefer, so I'm plugging that.
Craig Schaefer is JT is Reborn's favorite actor in that Hellraiser movie.
Craig Schaefer's so funny. His performance in Hellraiser 5 is I don't understand.
Well, I mean, we're not let's be fair, we're not 100% bashing Craig Schaefer. I mean, he can overact on things. He actually is a really pretty good actor if you watch him on One Tree Hill when he was on One Tree Hill. So at least I'm somewhat a Craig Schaefer fan. But my friend JT hasn't really seen anything else other than.
Not really. I mean, I never watched One Tree Hill, but
yeah. But also the other actor that's in this movie, and this just to set the quality up there, Jason London's in this film, and people may know him from Mallrats, Dazed and Confused, and he does a fair job. He's actually in both films as well.
2 and 3.
But 2 and 3, as you said. But, however, if I had to say the thing that stands out in this movie more than anything, and we're going to definitely leave you a link because there's a video of this, is the part where Dracula is seducing the girl and he says Taco Bell. It's the thing that's the most memorable thing about this whole entire movie is that seduction scene. And he's basically saying all these words in a different language, and then basically one word sounds like Taco Bell.
God, Dracula 2000, a shitty damn movie.
And let's also throw out there, if anyone thinks when they watch the Matrix movies, the second one has sort of a FU ending. This movie has the biggest FU ending of anything.
This movie in general is a big fuck you. Okay, so for one thing, when Dracula's brought back, this is what he looks like. Billy Idol. He's played by Stephen Norrington, the most bland. I may have criticized Gerard Butler for not being intimidating. This Dracula's literally strapped to a fucking crucifix type thing, being shot at by a stun gun the entire fucking movie. He's like this. I'm gonna count the mustard seeds.
You know who would have made a really good Dracula, but they just didn't use him, which is disappointed. Daniel Bernhardt.
Jeez.
If he would have been Dracula in this movie, I think this movie would have shot up to a 10 out of 10 for both me and you.
I know, a lot of people won't get that joke, but it's more of an inside joke between us. But that would have been so much better, but instead we're treated to Stephen Borrington, as I like to call him. Good God, is this Dracula suck? This is the worst Dracula of the 3 movies. He's like, Taco Bell. He's strapped to a fucking chair. So anyways, Uffizi and his bro, they go after Dracula and that. They find him. Roy Scheider tells him at one point, the only way to end Dracula is to like have him be forgiven by the church, so that way you can finally end him. Um, some stuff like that. He goes to one of the girl, like there's like a vampire serum that a lot of them start taking. Um, it's just pretty stupid. Um, this one guy is just like, I'm gonna suck your blood, bitch, and then like Jason Scott Lee just starts like decapitating vampires crazily. Then he goes after Dracula, and then they get into their like fight, and then this one girl who like who was that guy? Jason London, you said?
Yeah, Jason London's kind of fling slash, yeah, just a fling because they kind of have will build them somewhat
Like 1 minute
of a
of
relationship,
like them
but it never really got off. So it's just
yeah, some shit like that. Then the ending of the movie, Jason Scott Lee is like going after Dracula. Dracula, as boring as he can possibly be. What Dracula does is Jason Scott Lee just gets stabbed, and Dracula's like, I let you live. And he's like, because I know you'll come after me sometime. And then the movie ends.
well, the person that stabs him is the girl. The girl stabs him because right when Jason Scott Lee was going to kill him, after he sort of tried to get the advantage on because he's basically said that I know your God and stuff like that, and basically when Jason Scott Lee was going to kill him, the girl comes up behind, who Jason London basically was going to take out in the sunlight and try to purge. Because here's the thing: is with the two films after Dracula 2000, the way to basically cure vampirism is basically just to go out in the middle of the sunlight and then basically, let the sunlight kind of burn you. And
yeah, because Jason Scott Lee is like part
human,
vampire.
it would just be like a killing sting type detail and just hurt like hell, but you would still be able to retain your humanity. But however, she doesn't do that, and she stabbed Jason Scott Lee from behind, and like you said, that's pretty much it for the ending of the movie on those two words.
This is the movie. Ready?
Just ends and just like, what? Yeah. No.
Hey,
that's
audience.
being courteous. It's more like this.
Oh no, it's more like
Yeah, exactly. This
You.
movie gives you 2 minutes. Actually, show that case again. Show that case. You want to hear something fucked up? Is that if you look at the third picture that they use down below where Dracula's holding the girl, that's actually, I believe, the cover for Dracula 2, and they just basically switched it up for 3. Because if you look on Dracula 2 online, they basically have that as the cover.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. Just a little thing for people there, but the movie still sucks. We're not gonna say that is the saving grace of the thing or error mistake. Probably the person that did that cover basically was like, you know what? Both these movies were straight to DVD, except the first one. We're just gonna keep the first cover and then everything else. What the fuck?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's bad.
I'm gonna give this one a 1 out of 10. For
Really? I think that's... I'll give it a 1 as well. The only reason why I'm giving it a 1 is that Taco Bell.
Taco Bell line and Jason Scott Lee, Roy Scheider. That's it.
Yeah, that's...
I never give movies... I haven't really given anything a 0 out of 10. Closest I've come is like a half a point out of 10. Because like there are like 2 or 3 funny moments in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's bottom of the barrel shit, but...
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Smell that? Shit.
Put it this way. How much money did he spend on that movie again?
These movies, $5 for all 3 of them.
Yeah, that's what you want to call a good price. If you would have spent anything else, I think I probably would have slapped you.
Yeah, because it's actually more expensive to like rent the movie than when I found this. I'm like, oh, $5. always I wanted to see these movies because like I was curious about them because I saw Dracula 2000 on TV one time and I'm like, I do kind of want to see what 2 and 3 are about.
I saw the first film in theaters with my brother, and then this is actually a funny story. Want you to actually kind of keep this in the review, but then I was going to see the first movie again with one of my friends, but at the time the movie was out, I wasn't 100% of age to go see a rated R movie, so basically I was going to go see it again with one of my friends. The movie theater wouldn't let me in the movie.
Yeah, I was. That was shit. This movie came out like 15 years ago. Dracula 2000. Wow, makes me feel old. Yeah, I was way too young, as you can tell. I got like a major like baby face and stuff. But yeah, Dracula 2000, or I mean Dracula 2, Ascension, as I like to call it, sucked. 1 out of 10 from both of us. Only thing to watch is the Taco Bell clip, which we'll post the link below.
Yeah, we're gonna post that link. It's worth seeing.
And I laughed when I saw Craig Schaefer because just from like Hellraiser 5, I just think back to his role in that movie, and Roy Scheider, like, because Jaws is like my favorite movie, and just seeing him in there, it gives it like the movie's already at like negative like 50 points. He's adding points in there, and then Jason Scott Lee I enjoy as Uffizi, and yeah. So that wraps up our review on Dracula 2 Ascension. Dracula 3 is definitely better, but we'll get to that one soon. So thank you all for watching.
It's okay. It's not like 100% better.
Actually, you know what? It is 100% better because even if you were going to give it a 2, it's twice as good.
And that is the berry for this movie.
Yeah, I'm getting my shovel and I'm just going, burial. I need a shovel right now. Like, I need to bury. I'm burying this movie. Taking burials to a whole nother level. Alright, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time on Dracula 3 Legacy.